Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming. Sorry, had to get that out of the way. And here's the Meta-Byte. So, over the past couple weeks, we've been just grinding more of the games, more of the events in which we are doing the BT15 post-ban list with proxies for the double Typhoon deck. As of the time of recording, we're 2 days away from the ban list going into effect. So we're getting that practice in for these regionals, for these serial Omnimons. And I have 2 weeks worth of decks, 6 decks total, spanning a few different players who have been... I have the undefeated deck for each of the last 2 weeks, as well as a couple X1 picks just to go over the deck list, talk about like their strengths, weaknesses, reasons they did good in the meta. Yeah, that's it. Let's let's get into the deck list without further ado. Uh-oh. There we go. There it is. Okay. I don't know why I went to the wrong slide first. But let's talk about Shane. Shane went X1 2 weeks ago, and he took Garurumon X. So let's take a look at the deck list. So here, he ran 4 of the BT5 Sunomon, rather than the new Sunomon. We do have 3 of that new Gabumon, which is pretty strong if you're unaware. It start of main, one of your Digimon gets blocker, and then if you have a Tamer with Mat, you draw 1. Inheritables just draw 1. Pretty good. 4 BT5 Gabu, 3 Gabu X, 1 of the starter deck Gabu, of course 1, now that the ban list, as of Thursday, a couple days from the time of recording, it'll be at 1 Gabu X from that. 3 of the new Garurumon, on Digivolve, if you have a Tamer, you draw 1, if you don't have a Tamer, you could play a Tamer with Mat in the name, and then again, when attacking, draw 1, pretty strong. 2 of the old Garu X, 1 of the EX Garurumon, EX set Garurumons, which inherited's pretty good. Get to play a Mat for free. 4 of that promo Garu to get some more draw cards. We got 1 Garu X, 1 of the limited to 1 Were Garurumon. We have a Sagittarius mode. 3 of the EX5 Were Garu X, 3 of the starter deck Were Garu. A single secret rare metal Garurumon. This one's pretty powerful. It's a little cut off. Can I move it? No, but it digivolves over a level 5 with Garurumon. When you have a Mat in its name, your opponent has a 10k DB or more, Gabumon can warp to it, same as the War Greymon. It has Evade, and then when digivolving, 3 of your opponent's Tamers and Digimon can't suspend until the end of their turn. And then all turns once per turn, when it becomes suspended, you could unsuspend him. So just pretty powerhouse. 1 Metal Gar X, 1 of the EX1 Metal Gar, really strong choice with the Numamon decks being so popular, I think. 2 of the Metal Garurumon X from EX5, 2 of the Ace, still very powerful. We're still doing the 1-1 split of Blitz Omni and Omni X. A single Metal Storm is a security bomb that you could end up playing for 5, which is pretty strong. It also unsuspends a Garurumon, could be a win con. 3 Mental Training, 4 of the new Mat, and 2 of the old school X Antibody. No Protoforms. You could run Protoforms. Shane didn't decide to do that. I think this is a solid list. I think Melga becomes pretty good again after the ban list, even with the limits to the X line. Give me one moment. I just think it remains pretty strong, pretty powerful, can do a lot of work. So, congrats to Shane for his X1 record. We have Sergy. We have Tesso himself from a couple weeks ago going X1 with his Leviamon deck. So let's take a look at that. Lots of 1-ofs in this deck, but we have the 4 Sunomon, the single Gabu X, 2 of the Gizamon from BT15. So on play, one of your opponent's Digimon gains on deletion, lose 1 memory until the end of the turn. And then the Inheritable gives you a memory when something's played by an effect. We got 1 Gazi, 1 Psych, a couple Floodgates. We got 3 of the Siaku from EX5, 4 starter deck Gabumon, a Garuru X, 3 of the Octomon, 3 of the Dober X, 3 starter deck Garurumon, 1 Waru Seedramon from the BT15. Pretty strong too. Forces your opponent to play a level 4 or lower from their trash suspended, no on play, and then you can switch the target to that Digimon, which can be pretty cool because it says Inheritable Piercing, so you could activate that when attacking, warp up with X antibody. But let's see what else he runs in here. We got a Chaos Mode, pretty spicy tech, 2 of the Dragomons, 4 of the Cerberus X antibody, which from EX5 we've seen. 4 of that new Levia X. No standard. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 standard Levia. I don't know why they put it way down there. A Creepymon, which is pretty spicy. A Shine Gray Ruin. 2 7th Lightning. 3 Biting Crush. 4 Wisdom. 1 of the old X antibody and 2 Protoform. So pretty solid toolboxy deck. Purple does just toolbox better than any other color. I think it's a good deck. I mean, as always, Tessero, congrats again on X1. And the winner 2 weeks ago, coming out of a small hiatus, Izzy Cruz. Hasn't played in a while. Played Lugamon. Lugamon is a pretty crazy deck with some of the updates and changes. So he was running the 4 Balmon, 4 of the Lugamon, 1 Psych, and then 4 of the new Lugamon, which when attacking, you trash a card to get delete one of your opponent's Digimon, and then if you have the SOC Chamber, gain a memory. But the Inheritable is what's really good. End of attack, if your opponent has 1 or more memory, gain a memory, so you can push it back into your turn. 9 rookies, standard, greedy purple deck count. I like it. We got the single Fangmon, of course, for Lugar. 2 of the new Lugar, again with that really good Inheritable. And when attacking, lets you boost your DP for the turn. The really good thing about these are they're red. That'll come up later. We'll talk about it. 2 Black Gatomon. 2 Tyrannomon. I think that might be a little low for what some people are running, but it worked really well for Izzy. Who is a blocker. On play, you get the top 4. You grab an SOC trait Digimon and a Tamer. And then you can trash a card in your hand. We have the 4 Hell Lugar, 2 Soul Lugar, 1 Chimeramon, of course, 4 of the Fenrir Luga, 1 Mist, 2 Purple Mem Boost, 4 Wisdom, 3 Rivals Barrage, kind of spicy, just to, I guess, hit off the Mist, and I'll just have a Bomb and Security. Delicate Plan, which is one of the strongest additions with the red, being able to just run Delicate Plan and get it reliably. 4 Edgy, and 2 Analog Youth, so undefeated Lugarmon deck in the event. Did pretty good. I got nothing to say. I think Lugar is super strong after Banlist. I think Izzy's a very capable pilot, so it makes sense that he did well. That was 2 weeks ago. Let's fast forward to this week. Time of recording this just wrapped up, so I'm just getting this video out. I'm going to put it up tomorrow. Brady went X1. He played Numemon. Numemon is quickly becoming one of my favorite decks to test and play. It's just really fun. Let's take a look at Brady's list. They were running 4 Sunomon, 1 Tokomon. If you're running the Black Blaze, that's pretty much what you're going to be running. Sunomon gives you draw power. The Tokomon is like the next best black egg for this deck. Brady was also running 4 Chumon, 3 Dorumon. I too am a fan of the Dorumon. I think especially since you're not running a super heavy rookie count yet, in security, it could possibly put a body on board, give you the rookie to hand. I think that's really strong. 4 of the Ukomon, of course, for the aggression. A single Pillowmon, which could be really strong. 4 Garymon, 2 of the Rush Numa, 4 of the Nume X, 4 of the Numemon RB1, the Searcher one, 2 Warumonzemon, 4 Monzemon X, 4 of the RB Monzemon, 3 Platinumemon, 2 Venusmon, and 1 Shin Monzemon, opting to run the Shin Monzemon. A lot of the Numemon decks are not running it. We have double Ruin mode, 2 Protoform, 2 Satsuki, and 2 Louis. Overall, a very strong deck. Please, guys, get familiar with this deck. It's going to be everywhere in the BT15 format and moving forward, especially once that BT16 Ukomon drops. This deck just is very aggressive. It sticks to the board really well. So please just get familiar with it. Grats to Brady and their performance. Next we have Matt Vang playing War Greymon as to an X1 record this week. So we have the 4 BT5 Koromon, 4 of the BT12 Agu, we have 3 of the BT14 Agu, 4 Agu X, a single Greymon X, 4 of the older Greymon X, 1 of the EX Greymon, 4 Sec plus 1 Greymon, running a more aggressive stack build as it would seem, 3 Metal Greymon X with the trash card inheritable, 2 of the piercing inheritable Metal Greymon, 4 Alterous mode. We're just going for big stacks, huh? 3 Black War Greymon X, 1 of the Raid War Greymon, 1 Gaomon, 1 Warp War Greymon, 2 Omnimon X antibodies, 1 of the Blitz Omni, a Hades Force, 2 Offense Training, 3 of the Old School X antibody, a Yuya, 2 Tai, and 2 Cool Boy. So as you guys can see, Greymon pile isn't going anywhere. It's still doing its rounds. It's still working. If you know the deck, you know how to pilot it. It is still running well. I think Greymon will remain a pretty consistent deck that can, if you're familiar with it, it'll pay off. Again, he's been playing it forever and he knows what he's doing. So congrats to Matt. Whew. Excuse me, it is a little late for me. I'm a tired boy. And the undefeated deck this week is the same deck, different player. It is a Lugamon deck, different ratio. So let's look at these. Look at the list. Tesso going undefeated this week with the Lugamon deck. He runs the 4 Balmon, 4 Luga, 1 Gabu, 4 of the other Luga. So still 9 rookies, same as Izzy. 1 Fang, 4 Lugar, the Block Gatomon Uber, which is pretty strong into a trash meta. 3 of the Lugarmon Red Black, 1 Black Gatomon with Rush, single Tyrannomon, 4 Hell Lugar, 4 Soul Lugar, of course, 2 Chimeramon, 4 of the Fenry Luga, 2 Mist, 4 Wisdom, 4 AG, 4 Analog Youth, opting no regular memory boost, but 2 Crimson Blaze. Crimson Blaze being very strong against the Numemon deck, also strong into Bloom, which we're not seeing a lot of play of yet. Pretty strong into actually like just a lot of different decks. Even Levia it could pop off against because it could stop you from playing the Levias. Yeah, Crimson Blaze still a pretty strong card into this format, as it remains a way to floodgate from an option, which is pretty rare. So congrats to Tesso for going undefeated and for going, I think, second place the week before. Either way, congrats to all the competitors. Thank you guys for playing in the events. I do want to keep these Meta-Bytes coming up probably bi-weekly. Bi-weekly has been working pretty good. It gives me a good chunk of content to feed to you guys instead of it just being like a quick 4 or 5 minute video. And then we could recap some of our thoughts at the end here. I am really excited for the format, for the BT15 post-ban format. Those of you who played in the Ultimate Cup and went through that slog of fighting the Apocalymon decks, I guess you guys now know why the limits had to happen. The Apocalymon stuff was a bit overbearing, but regardless, you know, I was glad we got to play it for a event just to experience that a little bit, even if it wasn't a great time. But now we're moving on to practicing for the serial Omnimon events, and man, I just want to get into the grind set really hard, hit the ground running, and try to get some of these, some of this practice in. Other than that, I did make an announcement tonight at the time of recording, yesterday at the time of posting the video. We do have a new playmat. Let me see if I have it readily available. I do. 1 second. Whoa! Been waiting to reveal it because we kind of got it around the same time as the last new playmat, but it is another Danny G crossover. So big ups to Danny G for designing another playmat based on one of the designs on one of his t-shirts that he makes. So contact him through Discord, Facebook Messenger, whatever, to talk about those t-shirts. But man, this playmat came awesome. It is the Greymon line as opposed to the Imperial line. Let's put it up there. Yeah, look at that. The Omnimon Sword. We got Victory Greymon. We got Agumon. Not Victory Greymon, I'm sorry. We have Agumon Bond of Bravery. We have Omnimon. We have the whole Greymon line. And I love it. In the background, too, we have little GFG logos. We got the Danny G GFG on the egg. It's a good mat. It's a good mat. So you can now win these in our events. You know the deal. And yeah, every Monday we host events over in our Discord. Link in the dibbly doo bop. 7 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, come get some good practice in. We try to do our best to foster a community of good sports, good practice, and just growth. Enough said. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to hit. I think that's really it. Might be a little bit of a short video. I've been trying to make these more like stream of consciousness, hit you guys with some updates. We have new dice coming in again for the events. They're taking a long time. I was trying to delay some of the dice shipping out for the last few weeks because I wanted the new dice to be them, and I ordered them before Nats, a couple weeks before Nats. And just Chessex is on the production time is taking a little longer than normal. It looks like I haven't received shipping confirmation or anything. So I might just send out dice with the old Koromon ones. Maybe some leftover older ones as goodies I could send out. But the new dice are coming. I will update you guys when they're here. We're working on some more cool stuff for you guys to win. But most of all, I just want to grind. I want to help elevate everyone. I hope we can all win some serial omnis, or at least have fun on the way to try to, you know? Maybe the serial omnis were the friends we made along the way. I guess that's really it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concern, put them in the thing. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down if you want. Either way, it's helping with the algorithm. Comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And we will see you in the next one. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. As always, take care. Bye.